No. They cut me off and wait till you hear this. I was in the zone. They just cut me off and wait till you hear this. YouTube, why? Whoever is doing this, why? And why? When I had a certain amount of people in the live and a certain amount of likes, I can't believe what just happened to me. YouTube just ended my live after 9 minutes when I was on 9 likes. 40 views and 9 likes, like 49, and 49's the 99th day of the year. They just turned my live off. It went. It was not my electricity or anything. All right. My computer didn't die. Gone. And then it makes me go live again at 9:30, which is when I booked my tickets on 9/3 to England. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. So probably a lot of people don't even know I'm going live right now. And I'll keep that last live so you can watch what happened. You can watch what happened. So again, I don't care even if I'm talking to myself. At this point, I'm going to reveal what happened in this code because I'm sure people are going to eventually watch it. So the Bills just beat the Super Bowl champions, the Rams, in Los Angeles, where the Rams won the Super Bowl. And the numbers here are undeniable with 9/11, with coronavirus, and with the Queen's death. Everything I always talk about. All right. LA won Super Bowl 56 on 2-1-3. This game was 213 days after Matt Stafford's birthday, LA's quarterback who got embarrassed tonight. So many interceptions. The Bills coach was born on 21-3, 2-1-3. LA's dialing code is 2-1-3. The LA head coach stayed on 55 regular season wins. Like Satan equals 55. 55 is the 10th Fibonacci and triangular number, 10-10. The score at halftime was 10-10. Queen Elizabeth's funeral, 10 days after she dies. The only touchdown that the Rams got was by number 10, Cooper Kupp. Number 10, who threw it to him? Number 9, like 109. 109 is the 29th prime, which is the 10th prime. Super Bowl 56 was 26 weeks and 6 days ago. Pope Francis, the 266th Pope. Prince Philip died on 4/9 a day, leaving 266 days left in the year. Pope Francis visited the White House on the 266th day of the year. Kobe Bryant was drafted 26-6, as was LeBron, who's currently playing in Los Angeles, where this game took place, who was at Super Bowl 56. LeBron, remember, who played 56 games for the Lakers last season, who didn't make the playoffs, despite having Davis, LeBron, and Westbrook. So it's not about talent. And then this score today finished 10-31, 1-3-1, the 32nd prime. And the Bulls coach stayed on 32 regular season losses. Tom Brady, who got knocked out by the Rams in last year's playoffs, he retired on the 32nd day of the year. There's 32 teams in the NFL. There's going to be 32 teams at the World Cup. The World Cup was connected to this game. I told you in 1968 was a huge year. It was 33 years before 9/11. It was the year the construction of the World Trade Center began, the year coronavirus. The word came about for the first time in 1968. It was coined. MLK was assassinated in 68. Italy won the Euros in 68. You had 9/11 becoming the emergency dialing code for the US in 68. Well, today was Josh Allen's 68th career game, who was the best player on the field, quarterback for the Bills. The game was on the 251st day of the year, obviously the day the Queen died. 251's the 54th prime. Kobe Bean Bryant equals 54. He died a span of 5 months and 4 days after his birthday. He died in a helicopter. Obviously, there was planes involved in 9/11. Happened in New York, where the Buffalo Bills play. Bills equals 54. Coronavirus was declared a global pandemic on 54 date emoji pure. 3 + 11 + 20 + 20 is 54. The only coach to have a perfect season in the NFL was Don Shula. He died May the 4th, 5-4. It's absolutely insane. The teams last met 2160 days ago when they met in 2016. 216, 216. That's the year Kobe retired, obviously, who played for LA for 20 years. Died in 2020 and 20,000 people attended his memorial. Coronavirus declared a global pandemic. 71st day of the year, 20th prime, the year Kobe died. And you've got this, the 68. You got 21, which is such a huge number. Kobe equals 21. And 21 is the 8th Fibonacci and the 6th triangular number. Okay. That 86, which was 36 years ago, or the 68 for your boy's 68th game, Josh Allen. And 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. Kobe's highest scoring game, 666 game. The teams last met on 10-9, 2016. Cooper Kupp number 10, Stafford number 9, the 2016. Just crazy. And the only touchdown they got was involving number 10 and number 9. Los Angeles equals 109. 109 is the 29th prime. All right. Which is the 10th prime. And the score was 10-10 at halftime. Like I said, the only touchdown for LA was by number 10, Cooper Kupp. It's wild. The Bulls got their 157th win since 9/11. 157. Kobe Bryant, 157. 157 is the 37th prime. Los Angeles equals 37. The Los Angeles Lakers won the NBA exactly 37 weeks after Kobe Bryant died. This game was a span of 15 weeks and 6 days after Josh Allen's birthday, 9/11, the 156th prime. This game's 911 days after coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. Remember that the 911th minute of the day is 3:11, and this score could be seen as 31-10, which is what? 3:11. 3:11. Literally, the Rams could have easily got a touchdown or a field goal or whatever at the end. Nah, they didn't let that happen. They were 14-4. My birthday. All right, 14-4 was the last play where they were on the field. My birthday. The Elizabeth line was open on the 144th day of the year. There's 1,440 minutes in a day. All right, and that is exactly where the game ended. 14-yard line. And they couldn't gain, or whatever it was 14-4. And like I said, the Bulls play in New York, where 9/11 was. And it occurred on a day leaving 111 days left in the year, and New York equals 111. The Rams got their 187th loss since 9/11. Society of Jesus, 187. I gave you all the 187 codes in my Queen code. And obviously, wait, what is it? Let me find it. No, what is it? 1117 is the 187th prime. 1117. What else have we got? Stafford got his 99th career loss. 99. Remember all the 99s last season? This was a ritual against Stafford. It was a ritual. He got his 99th career loss. Last season's NFL season, which the Rams and Stafford won, began on 9/9, 99 days before the Pope's birthday. Two quarterbacks were number 9 in Super Bowl 56. The last player was Aaron Charles Donald, number 99. Super Bowl was in California. That was founded 9/9. So Stafford gets his 99th career loss today, which is 9 times 11 for your 9/11, which gets you 99. It's a joke. Again, my whole thing is just to wake you up to this, not to call every single game. Rams had this incredible code, but it seemed too perfect. Bulls had numbers as well. The opening games are always like this. It was like that last year with Dallas and the Bucks. The Bulls coach got his 53rd career win. Remember, Elizabeth was coronated in 53. Los Angeles equals 53. It's absolute insanity what is going on here. It really is. Absolutely wild. So the main thing here for me was probably that 3-11. If you watch the game, you'll see why it stayed 31-10 when it could easily have changed score. The 3-11. Queen Elizabeth died a span of 3 months and 11 days before the World Cup final. Keep an eye on England. It's worth it for plus 900. All right? Keep an eye on England to win that World Cup. There's riddles for plenty of teams, as you know. But just all I'm saying is keep an eye. And it's quite simply baffling. And remember, Harry Kane is England's captain. And he was born on the 28th of July, which is a day leaving 156 days left in the year. And 9/11 is the 156th prime. So just remember that. The first touchdown, number 52, literally left number 13 to go score. Wow. 52 is the 122nd day of the year. Wow, 5-2. David Beckham's birthday. Hey, how are you, Nair? Much love to you. I'm well. 13 and alive, 8 likes, 13 times 8, 144 for my birthday. How are you? Today, Charles is 26962 days old. Like 269 is the 269th day, or 962 is the country code of Jordan. Incredible. 7 sacks on Rams quarterback. He got hammered in a ritual, didn't he? He suddenly can't play anymore. He wins the Super Bowl and then he's just forgot how to play. This is the stuff. Yes, the Bulls are favorites for the Super Bowl. Yes, they have an incredible roster, which doesn't make any difference because it's not about ability. But the fact is, Stafford was incredible last year. And now you said that he got sacked 7 times. 7 times 7 is 49. 49 is the 99th day of the year. Prince Philip died at age 99 on the 99th day of the year, and Stafford just got his 99th loss. Can you believe that? So his next one's his 100th loss. Keep an eye on that because it's 10 times 10, and the halftime score was 10-10. I don't know who the Rams are playing next. Quite frankly, I don't give a shit. But imagine he gets that loss. Number 99 got his 99th sack. No, he didn't. Did he? Donald? Charles Donald? Aaron Charles Donald? She died peacefully, did she? Did she really? Hey, Stefan, how you doing? Can you believe they took my live? They just ended it. I didn't say anything bad. Whoever ended it, again, it's probably supernatural. I don't think there's a guy who was just waiting for it to get to 40 views and 9 likes, like 49, the 99th day of the year. As I was talking about Stafford, I think. Revelation 9/11, aka Obama. They call it in the novel coronavirus, which is funny because novel means fictitious story. What about the novel 1984? Wow, 10 in the live, 9 likes. Cooper Kupp and Stafford's jersey numbers. You know the last 11 watching, 9 likes, 11-9, like 9/11. You know the last time these two teams played was 10-9. 10-9, 2016, 10-9. The only points on the board for your Rams were due to number 10 and number 9. Los Angeles 109. I knew the under was going to hit when the quarterback threw picks. Again, if you watch these games and bet in play, you can feel it. You can see where the game's going. Whatever code you have before, you can sense where the game's going. Again, I probably should have gone on my website and said, guys, it's 10-10 at halftime. And the Bulls coach can stay. No, the Rams coach can stay on 55 regular season wins, 55 the 10th fib and try. Just gave it away there and then. But I'm exhausted. I took a little nap. Kind of out of it. I was responding to all the messages, all the comments. So that stuff like that with this knowledge, you could have seen that and gone, wow. 55, 10-10. Hey, Sideman, thanks for your kind words. Thank you for your kind words. Well done. If you took the Bulls and you won money, I'm always happy when people win money. I didn't think the Bulls were going to win. I thought the Rams had the better code, but I thought the code was too perfect. That's why I said, again, I ain't covering myself in my post. You can read it. If you think the code is too perfect, then take the Bulls. I've done it many times, gone against a perfect code. The 9/11 codes for the Rams was insanity if they would have won. But again, why the heck were they underdogs at home when they were the Super Bowl champions? That was a bit concerning, stuff like that. Queen died 911 days after COVID announced on 3/11. Yep. 911th minute of the day is 3:11 p.m. 6079 told me that. Guys, look at that. 17 in the live, 9 likes, 179, the 41st prime, 41 points scored. LA equals 41. 9/11 was on 9/11/2001. You add up all those numbers, it's 41. Kobe Bryant equals 41. He died at age 41. 41 points, eh? 41 days is 5 weeks and 6 days for all the 56s. And remember, Truss became the Prime Minister 41 days after her birthday. Adam, I feel like you at least with 50k subs if YouTube didn't keep playing with your numbers. I agree. There's no doubt. There's not many people on YouTube doing anything like what I'm doing. They might entertain you. They might make you laugh. They might be good singers. All right? They ain't doing what I'm doing. The fact I don't even have 6,000 subs in 2 years is whatever. Again, this is Satan's realm. He's not going to promote me, is he? I'm lucky I even have a platform. I don't know how much longer I'm going to have it. If I do lose my YouTube, stay on my website, because then I'm going to set up my own way of live streaming, and it won't be on here. You'll have to watch it. You'll have to be on my website, because if they get rid of me, I'm not going to have the patience to set up another channel. They just ended my live stream. Do you know how annoying it is to restart it, to put the title again, to put the description, to add an image, to load it all up? Do you know how frustrating that is? Do you know they wanted me to stop? Probably wanted me to say, oh, you're knackered, Adam. You've proved your point today. But I did it again. And they'll probably keep me on 9 likes forever now, just to mock me. Just to mock me. She died at age 96, and she was coronated exactly 69 weeks after she became the queen. You're 9'6", you're 6'9", your duality, you're yin and yang. So everyone in this world who seems to think that everything's evil, it's not. It's not. There's the yin and yang of everything. There's the light, the dark, the good, the bad, the sun, the moon. All right? That's what it is, the 96 and the 69. That's why they connect and make a perfect circle. 360 degrees. 666, the 36 triangular number. Remember when you add up all the numbers on the roulette table, it's 666. 17 in the live, 12 likes, Pope Francis's birthday. 77 years and 7 days after World War II. That was an incredible find. That might go in my book, because I've got loads of 777s with Trump, but I don't know if I want to throw all that stuff in with Elizabeth, but maybe I will. You have to be part of the system to go pro in the MLS. Again, Alex, I don't really know. I don't know. I don't think it's purely about ability, put it that way. I could have been playing in the MLS, absolute, without a shadow of a doubt, in my prime. Even now, I bet I could. I've watched so many games. I went to Galaxy all the time. All right? Chicago Fire when I lived in Chicago. The level's awful. Awful. Are they athletic? Yes. Do you get shitload of time on the ball, more than you ever imagine? Is it slow, incredibly slow? All right? That's why players can go there at age 37 or whatever and still dominate. People like Hernandez can go there and keep banging in goals. The league's a disgrace. When was my prime? I would say it was my best 24, 25 years old. Again, if I get to England, 66% battery. If I get to England, if they pay me my money back, imagine I don't get that money back and everything I've done on my website's pretty much been nothing financially. That's a kick in the teeth. If I get to England, if anyone wants to watch me play football, then come and play against me. All right? Anyone wants to doubt my talent at football or just wants to witness it, come to my area and play against me. Have a kickabout with me, and you'll see my talent now, even at almost 37. You'll think, wow, I wonder what he was like 10 years before. That's what you'll think. So, yeah, when it comes to these players making it, I think it is the code. I'm sure it's the bloodline, but maybe their bloodline connects to the code. I don't know. Is it sacrifice to get right to the top? Probably. To stay there even more. I work in a casino, the number 20 and 1 are next to each other. Brilliant, Mohammed. Mohammed, I miss you, mate. I remember you at the very beginning of my journey. Look at that, 20 in the live, 13 likes. That's the year Francis became the Pope, 2013. 20 plus 13 is 33. Have the vascular issues slowed down in MLS? I don't know. I don't pay any attention to the MLS. It's dog shit. Darts go 20 next to 1 as well. Correct. I talked about all the 26s in my code for Elizabeth, which should have blown your mind. What's the top 3 on a dartboard? 20, 5, 1. What's that? 251. She died the 251st day of the year. 20 plus 5 plus 1 is 26. Are you not hearing what I'm saying here? That's why LeBron overtook Kobe on 25-1. 25 plus 1 is 26. And Kobe died the day after on the 26th day of the year. Can you believe that with the dartboard? I've told you the highest scoring darts is 180. 60, 60, 60, 6, 6, 6. 180. 180 is a semicircle. 1 plus 8 is 9. You get the bullseye, the bull, the beast, the eye, the Illuminati. It's incredible. And I'm pretty sure the number at the bottom of the dartboard is 3. Is it not 3? I think it's 3. Right at the bottom, remember Jesus died and was resurrected over a 3-day period. I'm almost certain 3 is at the bottom next to 17 and 19. All right? I'm almost certain. Somebody will have to back me up. I don't have a dartboard in front of me, but I've played plenty of darts. I'm looking healthy, thank you. I'm surprised with the lack of sleep, but I did make myself some food. I didn't eat today for almost half a day or longer, other than a smoothie, a chocolate milkshake, and a Greek yogurt. I didn't have anything because I've been just relentless. 6079 is going to be my hype man. Well, what a hype man he is. What a hype man. He's going to be my Paul Heyman. I'll be Brock, he can be Paul Heyman, because Paul Heyman basically did all the talking for Brock. Brock just delivered when it mattered. You're fasting? No, bro. I've had a wild day. I haven't particularly had time to eat. I did like 4.5 hour live stream. I had to go mess around with the bank. Still don't know if I'm getting my money back. All sorts of stuff have been going on today where I wasn't able to eat, or I just didn't. But I have ate since, so I feel a bit better now. But thank you for your compliment. Do you know that I almost had 90 subscribers a year ago, all through comments, no videos, and here I am again, almost 90 subscribers, and now all of 90 of them are different people. It would be almost 200. I promoted your channel, guys. 6079 as a channel. Just go sub to him. It's not hard. Like his videos, build him up. All right. I don't know why he don't have a Twitter page, or maybe he does. Put your codes there. I know they limit you, but what I do is screenshot my codes and then put it as an image, because they limit you with the characters, don't they? Because they love to limit us. They love to limit us. The only thing he's fasting these days is codes, baby. Woo! So can you believe this game? Can you believe it? It's all a big 9/11 ritual. That's why I had a New York team there. I told you New York and LA are going to get destroyed before any other cities. And when they collapse, then everyone else are just going to play along, because that's usually how it goes. That's usually how it goes. It'll be inevitable, because it happened in LA and it happened in New York, the Big Apple. Remember the apple, Garden of Eden apple, the logo. Somebody's taken a bite out of it, the forbidden fruit. And then LA, Los Angeles, the city of angels, where Lucifer resides in the TV show. Watch my Lucifer video. Wow. Somebody, well, multiple people today actually said, please save all your YouTube videos. If any of you guys could do me this favor, save my videos. Who knows what's going to happen to me? Save my videos. Put them on a USB. Share them. Set up your own channel. Dedicate a channel to the illusion if you want. All right, I don't mind. Take my videos, take my codes. If you want, say they're yours. Get the information out there. If anybody's willing to do that and somehow find the patience to save my videos and download them, set up a channel. Maybe everyone's saying, Adam, you need to set up a Rumble, you need BitChute, you need another YouTube channel, you need this, you need alternate payment methods, you need all of that. Maybe they're right, although they're owned by the same people. I lived in Gotham City because that's Chicago. Wow. Batman, all about 322. I'll use my Noble Truth channel. That's a nice line, noble, like noble. So again, I told you this would be short. If you're still watching these NFL games and getting emotional about them, or you're losing money, guys, come on now. This is a spiritual war. This is where you've got to put that armor of God on and not worry about losing $15 or winning 50 or winning 500 or losing 400. It swings and roundabouts, all of that. All right. Now's the time. If you want to be a part of my community on my website, you're there for the whole package, baby. You ain't just going there for me to tell you who's going to win the Champions League. How's that really affect your life? Other than maybe winning a bit of money. What's it doing? Guys, I'm doing all I can to like build your spirit, to make you think, to question your reality, to make you believe that there very likely is a God. And if it's not a God, like some people say, there's something supernatural. There's something bigger than we've ever considered. And is that not beautiful? Is that not incredible and powerful? Come on. It's wonderful and it's scary. But remember, the world is a beautiful mess. It's a beautiful mess, this world. Probably always has been and always will be. Batman 666, didn't know that. Didn't know that. Yeah, are you guys going to get bank holidays in England? As long as they don't shut off the flights. Bob Kane, creator of Batman, died on 11/3, says that Gotham City is Chicago and not New York. Wow, I did not know that he died on 11/3. I didn't know that. Wow. That is a shout and a half. Illusion, there's a video titled Funniest Conspiracy Theory Transvestigation by a blatant bloke hiding their face. I wonder why. Are they offended that they look like these bloke celebrities? Maybe. I think anyone hiding their face. Like, if you're hiding your face on YouTube, it's one of multiple things. You care so much about your parents, which is weak, in my opinion, now at this point. All right. You think you're ugly, or you're scared people are not going to find you attractive, or they're going to insult you or whatever. All right. So that's why they don't show the face. 2, they're too scared. They're too scared. They're afraid to show the face. And thirdly, maybe the way they present the work is actually better without showing their face. So there's multiple reasons why people don't show the face. For me, I'll show my face. At the beginning of my videos, I didn't really, because I couldn't live stream. So again, I just do my thing. I don't worry too much about other people's YouTube channels and what they're doing. I just know that there's guys who can put on makeup and have 5 million subs, and I can decode the world and this reality and have 5,000. That's what I can say. And is there any fairness in that? No, but it's Satan's realm. So he's going to hold me back, isn't he? He's going to hold me back. He's going to try to put me in chains. Illusion about to eat cereal. Illusion about to eat cereal with HP sauce. I'm about to eat a Magnum. I'm about to eat a Magnum with HP sauce. I will probably say this. I think the Illusion has the best endurance on YouTube. I'll say that. I have the best endurance on YouTube. For how long I go, how many times I go, comments I respond to, all of them. I think AI has been playing a huge role in a lot of this as well, not just supernatural. Yep. So much for the Rams. I've been saying Bills winning it all year since the last Super Bowl. Good luck. If you think the Bills are going to win it just because there was a shooting in Buffalo, not connected to the upcoming Super Bowl, if you want to take that, take it. For me, I'm not going to take that. I've got my code. It's not the Rams. It's not the Bills. And if anyone, again, I don't know, I'll have to do my research. How many teams who played in the opening game of the NFL season won the Super Bowl? Can anyone tell me that? I don't know. Tell me how many of them who play in the opening game win the Super Bowl. Anyone know? I bet it's not many. Hey, Joseph. I was telling a friend about you today. I think they're sub to your channel. And I'm going to watch your video later. I saw it. When I looked, it had 1.7 thousand likes. No, views. It should have, the thing is though, it should have 1.7 thousand likes, not views. Where can I find your code so I can bet the bets you do? And where do you bet on the Prem and NFL? First of all, this is going to blow your socks off. I don't bet. And before you ask why not, I've explained this maybe 50 times in my lives. I was betting thousands of dollars, winning a ton of money. But I obsessed over gambling. I obsessed over watching the games, and I lost my social life, and I kind of lost who I was. So personally, it depends on where you are in the country. Where are you? My hit rate is phenomenally high. That's my website. That's where you get all my codes. That's where people sign up, and more people are signing up every day. I don't claim to be perfect. Nobody is. I would make people millionaires if so. My hit rate's incredibly high, and I do way more than sports codes. On my website, there's my future for the NFL. I've said who I think is going to win the MLB. Got my World Cup code. It's worth signing up just to read them. You'll get access to my Queen book for free, which is just will be one of the best things you ever read if you have any respect for this knowledge. So again, I've not heard anyone ever say a bad thing about my website. That's where you'll get all my info about everything I do, and you'll be part of a wonderful community. Why do I always talk about 10 and it's $10? You know what I mean, guys? Not everyone's, up your price, Adam, up your price. You're setting up a website, it costs more. You're way better. You've proven yourself. Up your price. Nah, I'm staying at $10. It just, I don't know why. And it ain't because of Satan. It's just 10. Remember, the matrix is ones and zeros as well. So, Alex, my pleasure, brother. I hope to see you there. And drop me an email if you have any questions for me. I'll respond, and you'll really enjoy it. People tell me that my website's an addiction for them. I don't think there's anything good about addictions, really. Anything, even if you're addicted to exercise, you might get prone to injury or whatever. But I think you're going to really like it, mate. So let me know if you sign up. It takes 1 minute. It'll tell you you got to have a PayPal account. You don't. You put in your username, password, email, click on the PayPal, pay with your PayPal or credit card or debit card, whatever you want. Did you check out Marty's Leads Decoding the Bible? No. Should I? Did you check out Adam? Did you check out me? I'm pretty decent, not to toot my own horn or trumpet, but it's not my trumpet. 6079 is phenomenal at coding. One of the very best. Adam was spot on since before last season started. I think the Bills is a honey trap, just like the Bengals was a honey trap. The year of the Tiger, the Bengals are going to win, and Tiger Woods crashed. Yeah, the Tiger crashed in LA, just like the Bengals bottled it in LA. You asked about it one time. You said you were looking for someone they called in the Bible. All right. Then I'm almost sure I probably watched it. I've just put his name in the description. I'll watch Morley Leeds later. Is he actually from Leeds? About 15 minutes from where I was born. Brilliant, Storm Chaser. The Bills Like the Bill of Rights and the Bulls and the cash and how the economic system's going to collapse. The Bulls aren't winning. Although the Bucks did win, I don't think the Bulls are winning. That Buffalo shooting was enough. And the fact that Zach Hubbard started raving on about the Bills was enough to tell me they're not winning. I don't care if you have 20,000 subs and only have 70. I don't claim to be a prophet. I'm not sure we all know the truth. When it comes to truth, it's perception, isn't it? We all have our own truth in this world. I think the absolute truth is God, but we all have our own truth. And that's where your ego comes into it when you think you're right all the time. All I do, I'm not aiming that at you, 6079. I love you to bits. I'm saying people who think they're always right, or they get so upset when people question their opinion, they're too attached to the world again. You've got your own truth. You've got your own journey. People don't need to agree with what you say. If they hate on it, they hate on it. As long as you're true to your values and your belief system, shouldn't matter what other people are saying to you. If you truly did believe in what you believed in, you wouldn't have to worry. Like now, I don't have to prove myself. I know how good I am. I know I could end this today, not my life. I could end this today, the illusion. All right. And I know how good I am. I don't need anyone to tell me. If you want to shit on my work, I'll laugh in your face. Monetary reset's coming next year. That's why Super Bowl 56 was 2023. He does way more than sports. Yeah. I code everything. I write songs. I write poems. I make so many insane connects. I'll tell you who's going to be the next president or prime minister. I can call it. When a country is going to go into lockdown, I'll tell you weeks before the date. Do you want to get to that level as well? It's a gift. It is a gift. I've done. So, I don't need to prove my point. I'm not doing it. I don't need to. It speaks for itself. Pegula lost as a sacrifice. I don't know who that is. Mate, if your channel gets taken down, you must make a new one. Do it for the people because you're making a difference. It'll be tough because they'll just take me down again. I might head over to BitChute. I'll cross that bridge, like London's bridge, Operation London Bridge for Elizabeth's death. I'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. I hope it never comes to that point. So I'm not doing anything wrong. You know what I mean? And you know what a truss is? You know Liz Truss, who just became the Prime Minister? A truss is an assembly of members such as beams connected by nodes that creates a rigid structure. All right? The type of things you need for a bridge. A truss. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. When you put London Bridge, all the lyrics into the Gematrinator, it gets you 1,967, which was the year Jurgen Klopp was born, who's so connected to Elizabeth's death. Whether you like it or not, his numbers are connected to royalty. He may be royalty. Royal Rumble, wrestling, another royal. Another connection with wrestling and royalty. Royal Rumble, King of the Ring. Told you guys. King Booker. Do you remember King Booker? King Corbin. Was Macho Man's wife called Queen Elizabeth? She was called Elizabeth. And did they ever call her Queen Elizabeth? Oh, yeah, Elizabeth's my queen. Wait, Macho Man was married to Elizabeth. I'm pretty sure he used to call her his queen, Queen Elizabeth. Yeah, that definitely rings a bell. All right, one more, last one for you guys before I go to sleep for the night. All that and a bag of chips. What have you got? Chelsea, London Bridge, going to be next United. Chelsea won't win anything for a while now. The bridge is collapsing. That's why Abramovich left. He left after 19 years. There's a 19-year moon cycles. He left them. They stayed on 8 FA Cups, 19, the 8th prime. Chelsea are done. All right, they won't win a trophy for a long time. It kind of just came out of nowhere, Chelsea, didn't they? Because of Abramovich, a Russian. You got World War III pretty much now. Chelsea was sponsored by 3. 3 was founded 3303. Lady Elizabeth, okay. But again, Queen Elizabeth, My Fair Lady, Lady Elizabeth. Macho Man for your 33. Oh, it's the Macho Man. The guy said he was going to bring down the Twin Towers in a tag team match with Hulk Hogan. Another coincidence there. Oh, Sidemen. I adored WWE up until my awakening, so I feel you. I think a lot of us loved wrestling. KC Royal tomorrow, very possible with the royal family connection. Or they might get killed. That's why you got to be careful. Maybe the royals get killed. Just like Elizabeth just died. Got to be very careful. What I would do is when something like this happens, I would avoid looking into like the royals. It makes sense why you would do that, but they'll trap you, I think. They often do that. So imagine the royals get murdered or killed. So I'd be careful. AEW, all elite wrestling for your elite. Told you these athletes are called elite athletes because they're slaves to the elite. Maybe the elite are the Satanists. We call them the elites, don't we? And then you've got all elite wrestling. All elite wrestling is working with WWE, and people can't get it in their head. Can't understand that. How? They're competitors. No, they're not. That's why CM Punk's there. All right, that's why Daniel Bryan's there. All these ex-WWE legends, that they work together. Jericho. It's why Cody Rhodes went there and then went back to WWE. Now he's the American Nightmare after his father was the American Dream. Again, that says a lot. The American Nightmare, and they're pushing him to the moon. Brody Lee died with a record of 11-3. Yep, I did a video. Brody Lee was in the Wyatt family with Bray Wyatt, who was basically demonically possessed, and he was world champion. He used to do the Abigail move and then kiss his opponent on the head, like the kiss of death. What was it? What was his Abigail move called? It was some Abigail that he did. Abigail's a horror movie, I think, as well. The move that he did, it was a great finisher, but he was in the Wyatt family. Sister Abigail, there you go. Thank you. Sister Abigail. And Bray Wyatt was in Nexus with Wade Barrett and Ryback and Heath Slater. And they all tried to take out Cena, Super Cena. Cena beat them all and destroyed Nexus, basically, and ruined Nexus. The Nexus had the t-shirt, basically, with a big X, which is Satan. 10 in Roman numerals. Like CM Punk would always do that, and then he would have it on his... He'd have tape or whatever on his hands with the X's on it. And he's dating AJ Lee with the male last name. Do you remember when Randy Orton was in a feud with Bray Wyatt? And I think Randy Orton burnt down Bray Wyatt's house or something. Crazy stuff. Randy Orton is known as the Viper. It's the snake. It's the Garden of Eden. It's Satan, the serpent. They call Randy Orton the Viper. How is he still looking the way he does and performing the way he does without... He can't be a regular guy. How old is Randy Orton now? The guy's still got like a 10-pack, performing better than ever. He's been wrestling for 20 years. He's taking bumps every day. How is he able to keep doing what he's doing? Wrestling's not fake when it comes to what they do. It's not fake when it comes to the travel. How is Randy Orton still looking the way he does, performing the way he does after doing what he did for 20 years? How does LeBron continue to do what he's doing? Do you know LeBron's been in the NBA longer than half of his life? Who knows what's going on with these athletes? There's some sort of demonic entity. I don't think it is drugs and stuff and drinking blood and all of that. I think it's something way bigger. I think they're fallen angels. I think they're supernatural beings. People like Randy Orton. How did Ric Flair get in the ring on July the 31st at age 73 when he's nearly died about 97 times? And he was told by a doctor he had 5% chance of living. How was he medically fit to compete in a ring, let alone even walk? Woo! How was he even able to walk? No, he was in a helicopter crash. He broke his back. Other time he got told he had 5% chance of living. His heart stopped. And then he's wrestling. And that's 666 prime. Man, my elbow's hurting. My elbow's not been right now for a long time. Hellbow. I'm going to start calling it Hellbow. Has Adam Lastman been in here lately? No. I miss him. I don't know what's going on. I hope he's well. If anyone has his contact number, please ask him if he's okay. You need to watch Severance. Great series. I don't own a TV, so I won't be watching that. I tried to cross bridges, but I usually end up burning them, but I try not to. A guy with your personality and character and knowledge is definitely going to burn a few bridges. I did with my coaches, with my teachers. They loved me, but I burnt a few bridges. I burnt a lot now with this knowledge, but I've built a lot of bridges as well. I've helped people get over from one side of the bridge to the other. How many fallen angels do you think there are in this realm, Adam? It's 33.3% of the angels came with Lucifer. I don't know exactly what is number-wise. It just gives you a percentage. I don't know. Maybe it's a third. It could even be a third. I doubt it. Could be a third of humanity. I don't know. It could be, I don't know, 3.3%. I really don't know the answer to that, but I think they live amongst us. Other people say they're in a different realm. I think they're here. I think there's demons walking this earth with us. There could be non-player characters that people say, just like illusions. I don't know. I think they live amongst us, but I also think angels do. I think I'm being guided now. I've got a lot of emails today. You're being guided by angels. You got protected by not going on that flight. All this stuff. Like, I don't know if I've been restricted or protected or both. I don't know if I'm being targeted. Feels like it, but again, I refuse to have the victim mentality. I don't know how I've done this Queen video today and not fainted and not gone really arrogant with it. And I'm really happy I haven't. All the people saying incredible, amazing. It's like I'm tired. Eventually, when you get all this praise and retweets and all of that, you eventually just become, thank you, but you can't take it in. I wasn't ready for this. And things in life always hit you when you don't expect it, almost like the biggest things in your life hit you when you're not ready for them or when you don't truly appreciate them. This hasn't hit me yet, that the Queen died at 96 and all the numbers that connect to her death. It hasn't hit what might happen to Adam. My mate Cormac, Irish guy who lives in Australia, he said he loves my work. But he also, months ago, called me out and questioned me, especially when I started talking about God, and he started questioning me. And then he apologized, and then we became close friends. Happened so many times. People rarely call me out harshly, and then apologize. I forgive them. Forgiveness is very important. And he asked me, Adam, with your knowledge and everything that you're doing and calling out, number one, are you scared? Are you scared that Revelation's playing out? Are you scared somebody's going to come for you? Are you scared of losing your platform? I said, I ain't scared. I ain't worried. I'm protected. Whatever happens, however bad it gets. And if something does happen to me, I know I won't die. Like, my spirit won't. And he was like, wow. And then he also asked me this. Again, he said, with all your knowledge and what you're doing, has anyone ever contacted you and offered you a lot of money to take people down the wrong road? Like, hey, Illusion, you got a pretty decent fan base. You're a very smart guy. Like, we'll give you all this money if you can just lead people on. I said, no, not one person's ever offered me decent money to then put people down the wrong road. No one. I've had a few people threaten to shoot me, which was a bit unsettling. I got one message saying you need to stop what you're doing or else. Like, lots of stuff like that. It's like, all right, whatever. Guess if somebody put a gun to my head right in front of me, it'd feel a bit different. But I might even laugh at it. I'm just, at this point, I'm just so unafraid. I'm not afraid to take a stand. Eminem. And that song, actually, I've always liked Eminem's. Well, I've always loved Eminem's, but I've always liked Eminem. And again, I've coded him, and it makes me sick now. I've coded his album covers. But when he says, "I'm not afraid to take a stand. It's been a ride, everybody. I guess I had to go to that place. Come take my hand. To get to this one, we'll walk this road together through the storm. Now, some of you might still be in that place, whatever weather, cold or warm." All right? That's how I feel. I'll try and sing it because that sounded shit by just reading it. It didn't sound it. But yeah, Eminem's, you're 33, all of that. So I'm gonna sing it. I can't really wait. This album was released 6/10 on Prince Philip's birthday. Of course it was, in 2010. Right, wait a sec. I'm not afraid to take a stand. All right, okay. I don't know how this goes, but I'm not afraid to take a stand. Woo! Everybody, come take my hand, walk this road together through the storm, whatever weather, cold or warm. And then it goes, like, I can't remember what it is. Just letting you know that you're not alone. Holler if you feel like you've been down the same road. I can't really do that, but again, we are going down this similar road. I don't know about the same road, but we're on this path to so-called truth or God or revealing deception or ascension or increasing our consciousness levels or just question our reality. We're all on that path. It is time to take a stand. And a beautiful girl called Anna messaged me today, and it really made me sad. Well, she said, wow, the Queen died, like you said, like loads of people. Well done, Adam. It's like, it's weird getting a pat on the back for telling you when somebody was going to die, the age. And she told me that her beautiful niece has come into this world 2 days ago, but the hospitals are not allowing visitors. So she said, I can't wait when she's eventually out and I can see her and hold her. And I'm like, wait, hospitals won't let you in, but you can go to the grocery store, you can go to the beach, you can go to the restaurants, you can go watch pro sports. You're back at school, but they won't let you in the hospital to see a beautiful child. You got to wait until the mum's released. And I got a bit animated, but then again, it's because people don't take a stand. Like, for example, if my ex-wife was giving birth and they said, hey, sir, you're not allowed in. What? I'd knock somebody out. I'd knock somebody out. I thought, you weren't stopping me from seeing my child and my wife. Move. If these things work, are you going to cut me off, YouTube? You're going to cut me off? I do feel like my friends used to call me CM Punk when I was younger. Remember when he did the pipe bomb? All right? Because when I got going with my words, all right? My brother called me CM Punk as well. My brother kind of looks like Triple H. He's called me CM Punk. I would go, what? You ain't stopping me from seeing my child and my wife. But people are, okay. Text my wife, sorry, baby. I'll come visit you in 4 days I'll pick you up. No. Sorry, neighbors. My neighbors must hate me. They don't know the illusion. None of them. They know Adam. Seems like a cool English guy. Probably a bit annoying because he keeps screaming. But do you know what I mean? I was like, people don't take a stand. We should all be lining up outside hospitals at that time saying what's going on when all the car parks were empty. When they said hospitals were full and the car parks were empty. What were people teleporting to the hospitals? Were they flying there? Where were the cars? I went out of my way when I wasn't supposed to leave my house. I drove around. I checked the car parks. They were all empty. Yet the news told us that all the hospitals were full. Sorry, YouTube. You're going to limit me whatever I do. I literally talked about spiritual blindness. Didn't say anything controversial. You limited my video. At this point, I may as well earn it. You know what I mean? I may as well earn the right to be limited and make no money from what I do for the hours of work that I put in. Yeah, empty car parks, eh? At this point, I don't even feel like I'm talking to the chat. I feel like I'm talking to some sort of demon. All right? I'm not afraid to take a stand. Everybody, come take my hand. Let's walk this road together. Woo! Through the storm, whatever weather, cold or warm, baby. Cold or warm for your polarity, for your duality, because we need both. We need both, don't we? We need both. The Viper, the VIPER, brilliant. Very important emergency room, the Viper. You get poisoned by snakes. The World Health Organization's logo is that of a snake. Yes, a snake. Why? Poison people, don't they? Snakes, don't they? Not all of them, but many. Good, Mohammed. If you didn't get that, I think you passed a huge test. You had a choice. And if I have to be told by another person that said I didn't have a choice, I had to go to my best friend's wedding. Didn't have a choice, would have lost my job. Didn't have a choice, my parents pushed me into it. Didn't have a choice, didn't have a choice, didn't have a choice. Yes, you did. You always do. You had a choice. Didn't have a choice. I booked an holiday, didn't I? Couldn't lose my money. So I had to get it. You had a choice. Don't give me that. Hello, Kathy. Kathy loves herself a Diet Coke. I wonder if Kathy loves Diet Cokes more than I love apple pie. Now that is worth a live stream. Kathy, I challenge you. You've got to drink 10 Diet Cokes in the time that I have 5 medium-sized apple pies. Who wins? Who wins, Kathy? Do you think you could neck 10 Diet Cokes before I eat 5 regular-sized apple pies? Now that is worth a bet. I wonder what the odds are. Kathy can really annihilate Diet Coke. I think she'd probably win. I'll probably say, Kathy, 1 to 4. And then you probably get illusion about plus 200. Yeah, I think Kathy takes that. But again, you never know. What if she chokes on the Diet Coke? What if I'm starving and ravenous and I'm just firing in the apple pies like grapes? You never know what's going to happen, do you? Wow, maybe one day we'll try that, Kathy. I'll get it live streamed. You have over 10 a day. Wow. Yeah, you've got more experience. I barely have apple pie. It's a speciality. It's a special occasion. LeBron born 12/30, 84. Now drop the 0. What is that zip code? Oh, it's Saudi Arabia. What? I know LeBron James was born 12/30, just like Tiger Woods, who just crashed in LA. July 21st, so 21/7, like 217. Yep. Michael Jordan's birthday. My AC bill is going to be off the roof. Did they have a simulation? Yeah. Yeah, they did. They've told you what's coming next. What's coming next is SARS, in it, or is it SPARS, whatever it is. In 2025, they've already told us what it is. They've done the simulation exercise. I've got the link saved as a bookmark. They've already told you what's happening in 2025. It's on us to stop it, or it's another test for us to say, hey, I ain't playing along with this. I ain't scared of this anymore. God wins. I'm not falling for your deception, Satan. Maybe by 2025, more people will have seen the light, or maybe they won't, and they'll play along with that, just like they played along with this. That's not up to me to decide how people make their decisions. All I can do is plant seeds. It's up to them if they want to water it. I'll plant the seed, then they got to water it, or they can ignore the seed, and then whatever is created will eventually die. Like most people's spirits. Illusion will XRP be the NWO currency? No, that's going to be something you've never even heard of yet. All these XRPs and all of this and Bitcoin, they've got something lined up. It's all leading to the mark of the beast, where you can't buy or sell without taking the mark, which will be the chip. Be like they're doing in China, and it'll be the social credit system. Complete control if we allow it. Only if we allow it. That's why I'm saying at any point, this is what we have now. I don't want it to be in a year's time where you look back and think, do you remember the good old times where we sat down and listened to the illusion and he blew our mind? Do you remember when we used to have internet? Do you know how easy humans do that? How they say, remember when we had that? Or remember when we used to do this? Just accept things that we're unable to do anymore. All right? Do you remember life before the pandemic? Do you remember when we used to be able to go to the park without wearing a thingy? Nah. We can no longer let Satan's minions tell us what to do. We can't. It's on us. I don't know why my voice just went so high. It's on us to stop this. And the way you stop this is by stop consenting. It is simple. It's beautiful. But the only way you'll truly stop consenting is if you find God. Or you'll never see what's happening. You're just not going to see what's going to happen because you're spiritually blind. Not blind physically. The physical world is an illusion. I don't think the spiritual world is. I think the physical world is an illusion. Is the Antichrist coming next year? Is coming in our lifetime. It could be next year. Look out what goes on in Saudi Arabia with the Saudi prince. All right, look what goes on with that. Look what's going on with the Vatican when they bring in that one world religion, which will then eventually be you worshipping the Antichrist. That'll be in our lifetime. The Antichrist comes before Christ, just so you know. So that's why I tell everyone it's going to get worse before it gets better. But your faith is going to be tested more than it's ever been tested. And if you think right now we've got through the worst of it, we've barely started. Not even started, in my opinion, not to scare you. But it will end up being incredible if you do find God for me. It'll all be worth it. When you stop being in love with the world, when you stop obsessing over gambling, when you stop obsessing over how many girls you can have sex with, or how big your ego is, or how big your house is, how beautiful your car is, and how smart your kids are, and how they did in the exam, and if they've got to try out for Man City, and all that. If you continue to love the world, you will be stuck in this matrix. When you realize you are just part of the world, you're here. Ideally, you want to have this good experience, but you want to grow spiritually and get closer to God. That's when I feel like you won't be afraid of what's about to happen, because it's going to get worse before it gets better. And people won't like hearing that, because all they're going to hear is that it's going to get worse part. They'll probably ignore the part that I said before, it gets better. After a hurricane comes a rainbow. That is not by accident, is it? The rainbow does not come before the hurricane. It comes after it. Often the sun shines after a storm, doesn't it? So, again, look what's happening in my life. Look what I'm going through without being like, I don't know, a victim. Look what, I don't want to keep, car completely got damaged at the front. Lost my bank card, lost my flight. Got pulled over by the police, first time ever, for a fine anyway. All this has gone on in about a week. A storm, a hurricane passed us. Luckily, nothing happened serious. just the stuff that happened to me in LA. I got really badly sick. Like, my Patreon got removed, lost all my income, almost $3,000 gone a month, which I took 2 years to build. All that's just come at me. That's all the stuff I've given up, and look at me. I'm still standing better than I ever did. Feeling like a true survivor. Living like a little kid. Elton John with 2 male names. All roads lead to Switzerland, possibly. The neutral country which has the Red Cross as its flag. Now, I think all roads do lead to Rome. I think that they do a lot of their business and make a lot of the decisions in Switzerland. I think Rome is where it's all Rolex and Toblerone and Roger Federer. They don't want you thinking about all the meetings that they have there in Switzerland. Swatch sticker. Swiss. Love not the world. Exactly, brother Joseph. I wonder if we ever meet in person. It is a cycle. After pleasure, there's pain. Think about when you shoot your load. Think of the pleasure prior to it. Think about how you feel after. I don't think it's the same for women from what I've heard. But with guys, when you're either having sex or you're doing, you know what, like most people do, that feeling as you're doing it and as you're about to release is this ultimate high, yeah? How do you feel afterwards? You feel dirty? You feel weak? You feel just, I don't know. You don't feel good, do you? So I definitely agree. Quite often after a major high, then there is the pain. Because it is the roller coaster, which I did a live stream. Life's a roller coaster. And then maybe you go get a shower and you feel all good again and have a glass of water. It does drain your energy because I've told you your semen is basically your life force. It creates humans. And when you're just releasing it in a few minutes over somebody you don't even know most of the time online, that's your life force. It is sacred. And I ain't going to sit here like I've not had sex with quite a lot of women. I ain't going to lie. I'm not going to say I'm George Best either or Wilt Chamberlain. But what I'm getting at is sex is a sacred act. There are people who literally masturbate 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day and then wonder why they're depressed and why they can't get a girlfriend, because all your testosterone's leaving your body. Isn't it? I remember when I did the semen retention, I think I went 6 weeks without having sex and without masturbating, without anything. After about 4 weeks, anytime I was around a girl, they were attracted to me. They were staring at me, smiling at me, asking to hang out with me, basically, come up, sit with me. They could feel the power from me. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, you have a healthier glow, your skin gets better, you have more confidence, you got more testosterone, which deep down girls do like, as long as you don't overdo it, not physically harm anybody with it. But girls like a real man. That's why a lot of girls like guys with beards. Most guys these days can't even grow a beard. Been jerking off too often. They don't have any testosterone left in them. No, I've never done shrooms, baby. I know a lot of my friends who have, and they say it's an incredible experience. Not that I'm promoting it. I've never done it. But I've heard as well with that you get an immense high and then a low. It's alcohol. Alcohol gives you a massive high and you party and you feel like, I don't want this night to end. And then you're out for the count for 24 hours. And that first sip of your Coca-Cola gives you a big high most of the time, doesn't it? Eating your junk food back in the day that I did gives you that big high. Gambling gives you a massive high. And then if it misses, you get that huge low. And I'm just at this point where I'm just trying to not be obsessed by anything. Not gamble. Give my energy, my sacred energy, to those who deserve it. people are saying that I'm like a philosopher, and I love Alan Watts. And if somehow, someday, somebody comes across my channel or some of my videos and watches it like the way I listen to Alan Watts and says, illusion, wow, the knowledge that guy had. All right. I don't know if it'll ever get to that point, but I've done enough work to make you at least think. Make you aware, at least make you aware that the mind is merely an instrument within the body. We guys are not, we're not the mind or the body. Our true self is beyond all of that. In the end, it's simple consciousness within. I wrote about how do you control your mind or do you let others control it? You don't truly control your mind. You know your eyes? Am I controlling them now? Like puppets on strings, where they're going to be? Am I playing around with the retina? Is it me dictating how I sound? Was that me? Did I work on that? Or was that just how I sound? We think we're in complete control of everything. We're not. We're not. We're not. We don't control everything. We have to realize that sometimes. Sometimes you got to let go. Like in the Titanic, where Jack just let go. Sometimes you've got to just let go. Ugh. Wisdom and knowledge, what's the difference? Knowledge is being aware of something. Wisdom is doing something about it. The big difference between knowledge and wisdom. What's going on right now, guys, is it's truly profound. And why I liked Alan Watts, or why I still do, is because he was so knowledgeable. He didn't force his opinion on people, and he didn't take life too seriously. And so often he would be laughing, and I laugh so often. I get animated. But at the end of the day, guys, this life ain't as bad as we believe. It's not as bad as we believe. There's so much beauty to it. And if you're going to focus all your energy on the negative aspects of this world, you're going to have a negative existence. Try and focus on the beauty, but be aware of the evil within the world. But don't consume yourself with the evil part. But again, a lot of this is perception. Like advice. Sometimes there's no correct advice or wrong advice. It's just advice. And then it's completely up to you what you do with that advice. There's no right or wrong advice. You're just giving your opinion, and then people can do whatever they want with that. When I do my sports codes, I'm making connections. It then comes down to the person to decide what they want to do with those connections. If it misses, it ain't just my fault. If it hits, it ain't just down to me. There's got to be an element of taking responsibility in the decisions that you make. Because if we keep blaming others, which we often do, we blame others, you ain't going to go, are you? You ain't going to go. I think it's important we analyze things to try and explain them. But it doesn't mean everyone's going to agree with them. And that's why we've got to be willing to accept we don't know it all. We don't know it all. But we are free thinkers. Free. We do have the freedom to think for ourselves. But we have been indoctrinated through education, through religion, through the media. But you have free will, freedom. You do. You can only preach to egos, and only egos can preach. When you get in an argument with people, do you know why you're arguing? And I've done it. I'm still working on this. Do you know why you're arguing with them? Your ego. Nothing more, nothing less. You're arguing because of your ego. You think you're right, when in reality, you don't truly know it. You just think it. You think you're right, just like the guy you're arguing with thinks they're right. And then at the end of the day, more often than not, you both think you're right, and then you just wasted your energy fighting and arguing over something where neither of you actually know the right answer. So if you're arguing with somebody about this, like a deep argument, you're arguing with them about if man went to the moon, you're arguing with them about the Holocaust, you're arguing with them about if George Floyd died. At the end of the day, you can argue for 1 minute or 1,000 minutes or 1,000 days. You ain't going to get the answer. You don't know, and you'll never know. And I'm at this point now. I don't know if sports are completely coded. I think they are from the work I've done. I don't know if Jesus walked this earth. I don't know if Bill Gates is evil. All right? I don't know if the Queen died organically and died peacefully in a sleep. I don't know. I don't know. And I'm aware that I don't know now. But my word, I do all I can to at least connect dots and present patterns. But I don't know. I don't know if there's multiple realms. I don't know if there's a heaven or a hell. I don't know if the devil exists. All right? I don't know if Pope Francis is the false prophet. I don't know. But I think he is. I think he is. And again, if you are either left or you are right, you never go forwards. So if you're choosing left or right, when are you going forwards? You will constantly be polarized. You will be living in polarity. And when you are doing that, you're literally so easy, so easy. So easy to manipulate. More often than not, the answer's in the gray. Black or white, I choose gray. Left or right, I choose forward. Okay? So, if you believe in God, then you know there's evil. Have faith. All I say is God is the creator. Satan's a creation. Who would you put your money on? The creator or the creation? Put all my money on the creator. If he created him, he knows what makes him tick. He knows how to defeat him. All right? So, I don't know. I try and grow every day. I try and learn something new every day. I try and inspire someone every day. But I don't have all the answers. No one does. And remember, Alan Watts, last time I'll speak about him, I know that his essential message and the whole point and joy of human life, as he shared, because he's got an autobiography called In My Own Way, was to integrate the spiritual with the material. So I put spiritual above material all day long. Other people, the majority, put materialism ahead of spiritualism. And by the way, another 1973 for 73, Alan Watts died in 73, as far as I'm aware. And he always talked about integrating the spiritual with the material. It's not one or the other. That's why people said to me, Illusion, if you're not materialistic, then give up your apartment. Stop charging people for your website. Why are you wearing a nice watch? La-di-da-di-da-di-da. And again, what Alan Watts said, I don't know the exact thing that he said, but he said, is there anything wrong about making money from doing something you love? Shouldn't that be most people's goal? To be making money, which we need, by doing something they love. And that's what he did. That's what I'm doing right now. And again, people seem to think that it's immoral to make money of doing something you love. They expect you to be doing it for free. Why? Why? Do you not go to school? The whole point you're supposed to go to school is to find a job you love and make money from it. And when anybody does end up finding a job and making money from it, many people start saying, you should be doing it for free. You should be giving out your book for free. What, a book that I've worked on for 2 years? You just want it for free? Like my live streams that I do for free. Well, everyone wants everything for free just because I'm doing what I love and sharing truth, which is my truth, which is not necessarily the truth. You got to carve your own way in this life. You got to accept your own karma if you believe in that. You got to basically create your own reality. The world is a stage. It is. And we all play a role within it, just like people play roles within a movie. The world is a stage. We all have a role. There is an element that we've been given a script, but I've told you before, some of the best lines ever in movies are the ones that were not scripted. Remember that. I do believe we all have a script somewhat, but I do believe we can edit the script. All right? I really do believe that. So again, can you prove it? Do you have facts to back it up? What's the fact? If the whole world's an illusion, what's the fact? What is a fact? What you've been told is a fact? What is a fact? What is real? Determine reality. What's real to me is not real to somebody else. Think about your senses. Think about your senses. It's an illusion. I could taste something and love it and say it tastes like this. Somebody else could do the same thing and say it tastes like this. Why, if you're blindfolded and you do that food tasting, give somebody a piece of chicken, somebody else a piece of chicken, and they'll tell you it's a different thing to what it is. All right, the senses are an illusion more often than not. You taste, like perfume. Oh, that smells nice. Oh, that stinks. Which one is it? It's the same smell. Does it stink? Does it smell nice? It's the same smell. But again, that's why they say truth is in the eye of the beholder. I have my truth. A lot of you probably love what I say. A lot of you may disagree with half of the stuff that I say. I ain't here to be a people pleaser. I used to be that guy, people pleaser. I like, oh, Adam's a nice guy. Adam will do anything for you. Adam's funny. Adam's this. Adam's all that. I wanted to be. I was too in love with the world and my ego. That's why. I ain't here to please you. I'm here to try and inspire you and make you question your reality. I ain't here every day expecting you all to agree with everything I say. I know. Illusion, I love it when you sing. Illusion, your lives are amazing, but you ruin them when you sing. Okay. All right. Thank you. Illusion. Oh, man, I love your 5-hour live streams. Illusion. I hate it when you go live for so long. Can you do shorter videos? All right, then. So I try to do both. So again, some people love what I say, love what I do. Others hate what I do. Some people are neutral to what I do. I do what I want to do. If you want to watch it, what time is it? If you want to watch what I do, watch it. If you don't, go watch something else. All right? If I invite you to a party, you don't have to come. All right? Your choice. As research and facts, you can find that prove Jesus' existence, but you spew falsehoods and demonic doctrine. And who does? I'm sure that's not me. So, see, right now, there's a couple of guys in the chat doing this to each other when none of them truly know what the truth is. But in their head, they think they know. So they're going to fight in this live stream. This is a perfect example, just what I said. These two people are now going to go at each other. And in reality, with their stubbornness, because the ego is going to take over, they're not going to come to any type of resolution. They're just going to go. And they're going to fight about something where they don't actually know the answer. So waste your energy, so be it. I love these streams, no sports, just topic. I did break down the Rams and Bulls game. I'm at a point where are you going to end my live? I thought they were about to end my live again. They just cut me off for like 30 seconds. I think I'm going to go. They just froze it on 125 when LeBron overtook Kobe in the scoring charts. So I think I'm going to go for that. And there's people kicking off with each other. But as I said, like my live streams, I try and talk about sports, but not just to win you money. If I get a code wrong, I'll still go live to reveal the code behind it. I try and talk about hermetic principles. I'm talking about Alan Watts. I'm talking about your existence. I'm talking about what is real, about reality. I talk about anatomy. I talk about your diet. I talk about semen retention. I talk about God. I talk about Satan. I write music. I write poetry. I perform. I make you laugh. I do impressions. What more do you want from me? And if you guys want to fight each other in the chat, do it. But just know you're wasting your energy. You're wasting your energy. So much love, Mohammed. I won't give in. You're saying don't go. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. And I know maybe tiredness is a state of mind. It could be an illusion. Think about when you're playing football and you're tired and you find that second wind, or you get a stitch and you say, I'm done, and you find that second wind. When you're eating, oh, I'm full, and then boom, Homer Simpson burp, second wind. I'll have another plate. Jackie, please. Woohoo! Don't know why I said Jackie, but give me another plate. That's another one. Boom, and another drink. Bam. Yes, bam. Where's he gone? He hasn't done a video in ages. No wonder when I went offline for 11 days when my phone died, I was in LA. People thought I was dead. They were worried. Oh no, the illusion. What's happened to him? Where's Bam? Where's Bam? He was putting out video after video. Maybe he's been banned. Maybe he's fed up that he does all this work and has the same following all the time, and he's not growing when he should be. Maybe he's done with it all. I ain't giving up. But where is it? Buccaneers win Super Bowl 57. Somebody sent me a video. I don't think Brady goes 8-3. That guy, Eli, you're gone. If you're going to call me a shill, then you're a pathetic muppet who shouldn't be here. How are you calling me and Bam shills? That guy, Ellie. Like, what guy's called Ellie? Is this probably a transformer? That guy, Ellie? Probably a transformer. All right? Ellie? What guys are called Ellie? Have a word, that guy, Ellie. All right? Just, again, the reality is you don't have to be here. And calling me a shill and being my every live stream, are you wrong in the head? Hey, Mum, are you going shopping today? Yes, Adam, what's up? Can you buy loads of sprouts? Why, Adam? You don't like sprouts, you hate them. Yeah, buy them anyway. I'm going to eat them. But Adam, I'll buy you whatever you want. Yeah, give me the sprouts, Mum. Because they taste like shit. All right? And I really dislike them. So get us a shitload of sprouts, Mum. I'll have them breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's what people are doing with my work. They watch it every single day, yet call it out, and then tell me, I only watch because it's funny, because what you say is funny, and they're not talking about funny as in I'm hilarious. They're saying because it's such bullshit. Come on, that guy Ellie. Call me a shill. They're freezing me. They keep freezing me, don't you, YouTube? Why? My internet connection's fantastic. I never have an issue with my phone. Why do you keep freezing me? Hey? Is this the same Ellie coming back with a different name now? Why have you changed your name? Why have you changed your name? Wow. They use a lot of Audis in Marvel movies anyways. Everything about movies nowadays is basically for the ad. The Audi is similar to the Olympic logo, isn't it? The Olympic logo has 5 rings. Audi has 4. You got the 5 rings with the Olympics, I think. I think it's 5. Ellie is back. If Ellie wants to get smart again, Ellie will be gone. It could be Amani and Arnie. I don't get how I'm allowed to ban people from the live and then they appear a minute later. Like, why they're not gone? They're banned. What's the point of me even banning them when they're back 2 minutes later? Ali's on his second account. Amani playing more roles than Jim Carrey. That's brilliant. I like that one. Think of how many roles Carey's played, my word. And the capital insurrection took place 16221, the zip code of Clarion, meaning a war trumpet. Oh my goodness. I called you out ages ago about your family Freemason connections in Bradford. You explained I'm still here with you after researching. Thank you. Again, I'm not a Freemason. My work speaks for itself. I'm at the other side of the world. I'm by myself. If I was a Freemason, I would have got a contract full-time with Bradford City. Well, Patricia's still here because Patricia knows in her soul that I'm doing this for the right reasons and how good I am. So, again, people can dig into me and do all the research all they want. They ain't going to find shit about me. They ain't. Keep looking. All those people trying to call me out. Keep digging. No one's got anything as of yet. All I've been given is accusations that you're a shill, that you're a Mason, that you're royal bloodline, that you're an actor, la-di-da-di-da, that you don't live in Mexico. You're bullshit. You never lived in LA. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. You never played Bradford City. You probably can't play football. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. All these accusations, which nearly all of them I've just shot in your face and shown you. It's like, keep calling me out. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing on me, baby. You ain't got nothing on me. Call out my family. Call out my friend. What's that got to do with me? This is Adam Edwards, The Illusion. All right? You want to call shit out on my next door neighbor who grew up with me? And what's that got to do with me right now? Tell me more about your experience during semen retention. At the beginning, extremely challenging. Didn't think I was going to do it. Got many urges, which is Satan. Satan's temptation, God's salvation. And I was able to stop myself from doing it. I was sleeping better. I was going to bed earlier. I had more energy when I was playing football. That's when I got the golden boot and won the tournament and all of that. I remember at the beginning of that tournament, I was having sex and jerking off like most guys do. And I wasn't nailing as good as I was. I didn't have as much energy. I felt girls were more attracted to me. I was more confident. I was eating better for some reason. I'm telling you, people don't know how sacred semen is. Once I got through about 2.5 weeks, it got easier. And literally the reason I gave up on the semen retention was literally I had sex. It wasn't like I just started jerking off again. I had sex. And it was a built-up moment. It was a connection. And you would think that after going 6 weeks without knocking one out or having sex, I probably would have finished instantly. Nah, I was the rocket man, baby. Woo! And if I do have sex now, I am 100% all in on the girl. All right? I focus on them. And then if I do what I do, I do what I do. But my ultimate goal now is them. Whereas before, when I had sex, it was about me pleasuring myself and finishing. That's what it is for most guys. Then you roll over and you fall asleep. And then the next day you tell all your mates about how you had sex with this girl. That's when you're younger, that's what you do. Tell me I'm wrong. If you're an average lad, tell me what I just said's wrong. And semen retention, it was Jay Sol who got me into it. He told me about it. He told me how basically he called semen your life force. And he says how it talks about your vertebrae, which has 33 vertebrae in your spine, and how it travels up to your pineal gland, which is your third eye, and it awakens it. And I was doing some of the best codes of my life whilst retaining semen. And I know I changed a lot of people's lives who also did the same thing. And I know there's people still now who are retaining semen. They've been going like a year. I didn't. If you really challenged me the way I am, you said, I bet you can't go a year, and like the whole world witnessed it, I would go a year, because I'm a stubborn son of a gun. I really am, and I'd prove a point. So I went about 6 weeks, 6.5 weeks, and I could have gone longer if I didn't have that connection with that girl. That's the bottom line, because the illusion said so, baby. So I hope that helped. I don't know. Again, everyone's experiences are different. You know what I mean? How you feel when you go on a diet. If we all went on the same diet over 30 days, would we all feel the same way? No, because we're different builds. We have different mentality. We have different needs, or at least what we think we have, the needs that we think we have. So again, one size doesn't fit all, the famous expression. I would say try it and see how you feel, because my experience of semen retention will not be the same as yours. Is that fair? I think that's fair. I think I'm done. I remember I shouted out your channel back when I was a mod for Zach. You didn't even have 100 subs then. Glad I met you, man. Sebastian, thank you. That's really nice. If you've been there since the beginning, you've seen my growth. Not my penis growth, but just the growth of my channel, the growth of who I am. And when I first started out with the work, I was a Zach fanboy. I was learning from him. I had dreams of being the next Zach. And now I told you, I got no, well, I'm not going to say no respect for him. I still think he's done amazing work, and he's helped a lot of people, and he helped me on my journey. But it's amazing how you change, like, your views, and people are so worried, or they judge people for changing their opinions. Wait, you said that last year. Yeah, I've grown, I've changed. I ain't the same person anymore. I've had different experiences that have made me question it. You can't do that. I can't change my mind. No, because you said a year ago that was the case. And wait, you're a hypocrite. Wait, how am I a hypocrite for changing my opinion? How? Do you even know what the word hypocrite means? Do you know what a hypocrite means? There's a big difference to changing your mind and your perspective and your view on life to being a hypocrite. And people throw these words out at people and they don't know what they mean. They've just, I don't know if they've heard it on a movie or somebody said it to them, or it makes them feel high and mighty. But the shit they say doesn't make sense. I've changed my mind so many times on my journey. I see it as growth. All right? I ain't a guy who sits on the fence. Once I have a belief system, more often than not, I'm all in on it. What did that make me feel? The Jesuits were responsible for everything. It made me hate the Jesuits. It made me hate man. And I felt like that for about a year. I thought man was doing this when I was an average coder, still better than most a year ago, I would say. I'm almost certain. So I blamed all the Jesuits. So, because I was so consumed with the Jesuits, what was I doing? Just finding Jesuit numbers, just looking into the Pope, only him. All right. So I was consumed by the Jesuits, which was limiting me. And then I took it to the next level, and all the stuff that I've done has been on me, growing, studying, making connects. So I don't believe man's coding this world anymore, but I used to. And if you go back and watch my videos, you'll say, man's doing this. Look at that, blatant with the numbers, the 201 deaths. That's the Jesuits have done that. The Jesuits killed them. The Jesuits did it. Nah, the Jesuits are being used by Satan. They're just being used. Just like maybe I am. Maybe we all are. I don't mean that in a negative way. So I think you have free will, but maybe we all have our own script. Again, if the script was written before we was born, can you blame that person if they have a script and they're just fulfilling their script that they have no say in? There's always bad guys in movies, good guys. There's the extras in the background. I think many people in this world are basically extras. They're there, they're winning the movie, but they're not having a major impact. People don't go to the movies to watch the extras in the background, do they? I decoded Jake Paul's next fight, probably winning as usual. Probably. Guy with 2 male names. 6079, I love you, but again, there's no point fighting each other in the chat. That's just you're falling for Satan. Hello, NR, how you doing? Look, I've seen 5 people in the live call each other shills. What is a shill? And who gave you that word? When did you even learn that word? Who taught you it? Like, do you even know what a shill is? A plant, a stooge, a person who publicly helps or gives credibility to a person or organization without disclosing that they have a close relationship with that said person or organization. Do you guys even know what a shill is? When you keep throwing out the word shill, do you know what it means? Or have you just heard it in a Discord community or Twitter community? Or have you heard Zach Hubbard calling people shills for not loving everything he says? It's like a lot of people, you don't know what the word means, do you? I don't think many people know what that word means. They've heard it and they throw it out there. Deception, brother, everywhere. I'm done with them, mate. I've just had a massive sign show me to. And then I started looking back and all these mother effers are wolves in sheep's clothing. 100% agree with that, Colin. The shill is controlled opposition to an extent, yeah. They're promoting people that they actively know are not benefiting society. Like, again, he called this team to win and they lost. He's a shill. He's working for Vegas. What, every time you get a pick wrong yourself or go down to the bookies and your parlay misses, are you a shill? Because you miss codes? Are you a shill? Are you working for Vegas? Because you told your mate, boys, I reckon United win today. If United don't win, are you a shill? Really? It's interesting to me. A shill is basically when you promote somebody and you're getting paid for it. Or you promote something and you're getting paid for it. Or you promote something that you actively know is bullshit and you're getting paid for it. That's a shill. So how are people in the chat a shill for not believing in Jesus, for example? How does that make them a shill? Hey, Gabriel, how you doing, my brother? Legend. Oh, by the way, the people upstairs, they were watching that NFL game screaming when the Rams scored. That's why, thankfully, they're quiet most of the game because they got battered in a big ritual. Justin Bieber's name is a joke. Bieber because she's supposed to be Canadian. Someone mentioned that the Weeknd's old hair looked like a beaver. They call him Justin Bieber. I once saw a beaver in Colorado and I went, hey, Justin Bieber. And it was really funny. I told you those two are the same person. People won't have it though. because the weekend's black. All right. Okay. She died 26 weeks and 6 days after Shane Warne died. Wait, I haven't got that one. I thought I had it all, but you never have it all, did you? I've got all my Shane Warne code. I've got to close some tabs. Wait, I've got to close some tabs. My computer's about to crash, I think. Right, I know when Shane Warne died, the king of spin, who died March the 4th, and he died 26 weeks and 6 days before the Queen, which is 6 months and 4 days. And he died the 63rd day of the year, all the 2016, the 63rd try that was in my code. He also died on 49 date emoji 3/4/2022. That's another one for the collection. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll add that. I probably should go continue with my book. Thank you. I thought I had every Warm connection, but good to see you still alive with electricity. Yep, I'm all good. The storm's passed, baby. Gabriel, I have nothing but love, respect for you. There's a lot of people that have impacted my life incredibly. My parents, some teachers, my ex-wife, kids that I've coached, students. You got to be in the top 15 or even higher. And I've never even met you. So, Clau, you beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Irish girl. How are you doing there, Clau? Just wake up from a sleep. How are you feeling? How are you feeling, baby? How did you feel when Elizabeth went? I've never had so many messages in my life. It was wow. It was a mixture of wow, woo. Thank you, Gabriel. Is it raining? Let me check the weather. Okay, wait. No, but it's 26 degrees. Woo woo! It's 26 degrees right now for your 26. For Elizabeth, who was born in 26 and became the Queen on 2/6, the day her dad died. And she just died 2 months and 6 days before Prince Charles's birthday. Of course, it's 26 degrees as I check. 26 letters in the alphabet. Adam 26. Patreon deleted on 26. 2 months and 6 days after my birthday. Of course, it's 26 degrees. Woo, 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 woo. If I was a dog, do you know this is how I would woof? I would go woo, woo. I think if I was a wolf, I'd just look at the moon and go woo. And maybe I'd do woo, baby. Maybe my neighbors must think I'm mentally ill. I sometimes forget, because I don't really have a 9 to 5 job anymore, that I'm screaming at 11:18. I used to be asleep at 10:30 back in the days of when I was a good husband. I'd be asleep at 10:30. I wouldn't be wooing at 11:18. Am I hyper tonight? Do you know when I'm hyper? It's when I'm exhausted. Your Queen video has 3.3 thousand views. Of course it does. Another 33. That better be, no, my stupid NFL videos, my highest viewed one. I'm going to have to download that Queen live and save it. I think I've got room for a couple more videos on my USB. I need to buy a USB. That's a nice gift for me if you buy me a USB, if you see me in England. Here, Adam, here's a USB. I have to convert 26 degrees to Fahrenheit, Adam. I'll tell you. It is in Fahrenheit 79 degrees, 22nd prime. Like how my mum's birthday is 22 weeks exactly after my birthday. Like how Elizabeth died in 2022. How it's going to be the 22nd World Cup. And Satanic equals 22. Like how Kobe's highest scoring game was on the 22nd day of 2006, and then he died. 26th day of 2020. 2020 is basically 2-2. Woo, 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 woo. Hey? Who's messaging me now? Mr. Flynn. Oh, I'm going to read out what Mr. Flynn said to me. Have you seen this video here? The Sun, when secret 1933 film shows Edward VIII teaching this Nazi salute to the Queen. He's teaching them how to do Nazi salutes. And remember that Prince Harry dressed up for Halloween as a Nazi. This is a message you sent me earlier. Bye, Gabriel. Much love. Take care. He said this to me. Flinny, I'm going live now. I'm about to read out your messages. This is what he said to me. I don't want to build your hopes up, but I was thinking of your predicament about your cancelled flight and came to this conclusion. Your guardian angels, if you like, knew that your flight out of Cabo was going to get cancelled, thus making you miss your connecting flight to Heathrow and losing that money. So they made the administration F up with what happened with the Mexico City to London flight so that you could get your money back, which I haven't got yet, but they said on Wednesday I should get it back, so that you could get your money back and then use it to come when the storm finishes. Remember, Trump talks about the calm before the storm. A little far-fetched maybe, but my wife said this to me and she's pretty clear that they can make little favors for you in this way. I don't think it was to stop anything bad happening to you. By the way, a bit of news for you, and it's probably in your favor, but all the international flights in and out of Mexico City are flying. So fingers crossed this evening's flight that you should have been on does take off, thus giving you more of a watertight case to get your money back. Keep faith, mate. Capital letters. The Queen has died. And he's just told me the flight. I should be now flying. He said, just to let you know, your flight to Heathrow that you should have been on is in the air. I literally should be on that plane to England now. And it got cancelled. Calm before the storm, 888 days before 3/11. That's brilliant. That's coronavirus day. It's also the US election, the 3rd of November. So again, when it comes to the World Cup, you've got Brazil riddle. It's incredible. You've got Christ the Redeemer statue, if Christ is coming back. Got the insane Argentina riddle on my website. Now the Queen's died. England's riddle's sensational. I said she's going to die before the World Cup. Didn't I? Said she's gone before the World Cup, baby. And she died 3 months and 11 days before the World Cup final. 6079's calling me, then I'm ending the live stream. Bro,
hello.
You just called me 2323. 23 is the 9th prime. It's 2323, which is 1111, and 11 times 11 is 121, which is 121st day of the year is 5/1, May the 1st, when the Illuminati were founded and Gianna's birthday. We're going to close it with this because I'm burnt out. But let's end it with you. Let's end it with no other than your boy. 6079 Smith.
So I have some other ones on this, and I can't say this enough, Adam. I appreciate what you do. Can you give me seriously 10 seconds, or let me look at my phone?
Another 10. You want another 10?
Okay, so just a second. I have two that I just discovered. So I told you, Toro is the bull.
Yeah, and she was a Taurus, yeah.
And I'm not trying to be blasphemous when I say that, but that's where they keep it. Torino, coming from the word bull. And so there's the Toro lawn mowing company, and that was founded on July 10th, 1914. And so from then until I find this interesting. I have no idea if the other people do. Until Obama's birth is 17192 days. And it's like, well, what does that mean? Well, start at the 2 at the end, and it's 21719. I don't know if that even matters to anybody, but how about this one?
Well, it's not very clear. What you're saying is not very clear. My end.
Okay, how about from the founding of Toro Lawn Mowing Company until the Queen of the Queen Bulls, Mr. 17, Michael LeBron Robinson, is 18088 days, like 888. I don't know.
Wow.
Seems kind of weird.
And you were talking about the bull and how bull means toro in Spanish. It made me think about the conservatives in England. They're called the Tories or something. It's very similar to Toro. They call them the Tories, the Tory party, whatever.
So Torino, Italy. George Orwell, 1984. If you want a vision of the future, just imagine a boot stamping on a human face for eternity. The boot of Italy, the Pope. Torino's flag and their coat of arms is a golden bull. I mean, just imagine that.
Wow.
And that's so when I say some of these things, I think people maybe take some of my comments and they're saying like that I'm doing magic or that I believe in God, but I wholeheartedly believe in God. But I don't know.
I think your best codes. Together. I think for my advice to you, although you probably don't need my advice to you, or my personal preference to you, is your best codes are your incredible connects, sometimes when you don't even have numbers. I think you're sensational when you actually make connects. You know, like the thing like with Torino and the Golden Bull and all of that, and the things you say about you don't see people wearing Tom Brady shoes or Tiger Woods shoes. They're wearing Jordans.
Islam, I don't know if this is even okay to say, but Islam, to have your eyes slammed because a needle user is called a slammer. A needle user is called a slammer, and it's Islam, so take the jab, because Jabbar, a Muslim with the sky hook,
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the highest scoring player ever in the NBA, who played in Los Angeles.
And you always talk about 38 and Satan, and he had 38387 points.
Oh my word, 38 likes. I've got 38 likes, as you just said that.
And he also had, or maybe that was Olajuwon, that has 3830 blocks.
Yeah, the stats.
A ton of things. And then Brady's birthday, you could say, is 3-8 in the rest of the world.
And he won Super Bowl 50.
The 69th day.
And he won Super Bowl 55 on the 38th day of the year, February the 7th.
Yeah, so take the jab and trust the plan, because 69 you're going to end up getting cancer. Because
hey, careful.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just I know what they do. Like, I don't want to get banned. But the 69, remember, Queen Elizabeth was coronated exactly 69 weeks after she became the queen, and then she died at age 96. Exactly 69 weeks. Exactly 69 weeks after she became the queen, she was coronated on the nose. 69 weeks, which is crazy in itself. Yeah, if you check that stat, it's absolutely baffling. And Queen Elizabeth equals 69. Yeah, Joseph. Jesuit order, man went to the moon supposedly in 69. On the 201st day of the year.
Day.
Yeah, and then the Queen died 20 weeks and one day after her birthday. It's like, again, I'll somebody asked me this in the chat. I don't really have an answer, but like they're asking this: do you believe Queen Elizabeth died today? What's your answer? There's no wrong answer here. Do you think she died?
So, and to be honest, I only watch I don't even watch a lot of YouTube lately, other than I'll watch your shows. But I saw there's this guy Decoding on Cody, or with Cody or something.
Yeah.
I think I just subscribed him the other day to see if he would listen to any of my comments, and I don't think he really has. He replied back, and I was like, well, that was a generic reply. But he said on 9/13 would have been 70 years, 7 weeks, and 7 days, and I was like, that's got to be it. And I saw that today, and she died today, and I was like, oh, okay, so
do you think they died?
I just started looking for stuff, but yeah, I think she's been dead for a while.
Oh, so you think she's already okay?
Between her and Charles.
All right, so you think
between her and Charles,
Elizabeth's gone, She could have gone 10 years ago, 5 years ago. She could have gone on May the 20th. So why do you
They
think?
were showing her as a hologram.
Yeah,
Weren't
I know.
they
I
showing
said
her
all
as
of
a
this.
hologram?
I said all this. They showed her as a hologram. Why would they do that? So
Yeah, I watched your video. Yeah.
thank you.
That's
So
where I saw that. Is they showed her as a hologram, and it was like, why would you do that? What you're saying? They were saying she was sick.
yeah, exactly. And I'll ask you this then. So if she did go years ago, like I think Prince Philip, I don't believe Prince Philip actually died at age 99 on the 99th day of the year. I don't, but maybe again,
Right
if he did,
DMX died.
yeah, exactly, bro. If he did, then it's divine and supernatural, and we all have a code. That's my opinion. If he didn't, if she didn't go today, why have they announced today? What does that do to the reality? Does it have a major say? Does it create a spell? Why today are they announcing
magic?
It's magic.
I do think that, in my opinion, I do think that God is real, 100%. I do think I'm a terrible person.
No, you're not. You're not a terrible person, bro.
I'm dead serious. I have an awesome heart. I have an awesome wife. I have a lovely child. I'll just leave it at that. Absolutely love them.
Yeah.
I just went to conferences tonight, but I sin all the time. I struggle with addiction. I try to be a pretty darn good person to other people. I don't think I mean to other people. I'll just leave it at that. And I think Satan is the Lord of this world, and I think it's math and magic with a lot of it. I think, like I said, 26962. I don't care. My numbers aren't better than anybody. You have I'm not just. So I think a lot of it lines up, and I think they lie about it.
If you believe it's like magic, who's behind it? Who's behind the spell? Who's creating the spell?
Like who built the pyramids?
I think
the Freemasons. The 33 and a third degree Freemasons.
For me, too perfect. I think the pyramids are too perfect that it's not man. I think it's the Nephilim.
The 1/3 that fell from heaven, the 33 and a third degree Freemasons, and Masonry is working with blocks. And when the riots started, Berkshire Hathaway, whoever, was giving away free Masonry. You could see pallets dropped off in videos.
So do you think
giving away free Masonry, and it's like, oh, okay, destroy your city. It's Freemasonry.
So the highest degree
game was created by Stephen Jackson, the other one.
Yeah, the highest degree of Freemasons is 33 degree. Do you think the 33 degree Freemasons are the 33? Are the angels from the 33.3% that fell from heaven with Lucifer?
Yeah, or something, right?
No, that's good. I just have 33 in the life.
Spiritual battle.
Yeah, it could be to get to that level. Yeah, to ascend to that level, maybe the 33 degree. It could be mocking Jesus, who died at age 33 AD. It could be mocking Jesus, or I don't know. But yeah, it's wild. It's absolutely wild, and I'm glad you called. I'm going to go in a few minutes. It's 23:33. It's 11:33 for double master numbers. 11 times 3 is 33. Wow. But yeah, mate, I know loads of people respect what you do. I just think your best finds are when you just use that genius brain of yours. I think your best finds don't even need numbers. I think your numbers ones are phenomenal.
Yeah,
but I think if you sit down with the average person, the average guy who's just oblivious, if you just hit them with like I said, when you was like, you don't see people wearing Brady shoes and these shoes, like they're wearing Jordans, just shit like that. And then you connect, then you bring in the Bulls connections. Then they might listen more just by that initial blatant connection you've made, which is so clean. And it's just something we don't think about. So your work's phenomenal. We can all improve. I know I can. You can. None of us have cracked the code yet. If we think we have, then we're naive. We're getting better every day. And the more, like when you and I speak to each other, you say stuff that blows my mind. I say stuff that blows your mind. And then we get better. And that's what this is all about for me at this point. That's what it's about. Your work's exceptional. As is mine, put it together. It's going to be better, isn't it? It's going to get better. We're both going to improve each other. And you've been a godsend to my community. People love you. I get messages all the time like 6079 blows my mind. And I'm like, yeah, he's incredible. And I told you this, bro. The reason you probably get along with me is because I am gifted at this, but I give credit where credit's due. And I read your codes out as often as I can. And I appreciate you. And most people who do what I do would be intimidated by you. I'm not. I just appreciate you. And it's a blessing that you share your work and that you're calling me at this time of the night to share it with other people. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Truth's no competition. And if you're competing to see who's the best with this, then you're lost. You're amazing, as am I, as are many other people. We're all got to be on the same team and create a dream team.
Adam, I absolutely love you, and I'm crying right now.
Well,
it's like it's midnight where I live. I have to be up at 3 a.m.
Wow.
I love you, brother. I promise you.
You give me I got goosebumps.
I have a beautiful, loving wife right now that's sleeping on the couch right now. You tell me how you went through. I don't know if your divorce had anything to do with I'm doing this or.
No, don't get me going, bro.
I don't know what to say. I'm a piece of crap.
No, you're not. You're not. You're not. Don't. That's the devil, bro. That's the devil. That's the no. That's the devil telling you that you're an incredible person. You're incredibly gifted and special and intelligent and mind blowing. You're not a bad person. We've all done things in our lives that we regret. We will continue to do things that we regret. It's part and parcel of life and the journey of it and the ups and downs, the yin and yang of it all. That's the reality of it all, mate. You're not a terrible person. And the person that's doing that to you is a demon. Demons are convincing you that. If you're a terrible person, you won't be sharing your work. You won't be trying to inspire people. You wouldn't. And if you are if you like me, leaving my wife didn't make me a terrible person, or leaving my job didn't make me a terrible person.
That, dude. I'm sorry.
You're not terrible. No, you're not terrible, mate. Okay. You're incredibly gifted person.
I'm saying I've never murdered anybody. I've never I'm not gonna say the word, the R word. I'm not sure. I've never done that. I'm a piece of crap, though. Okay, so I appreciate you. I should probably go to sleep. I'm not trying to be rude in any way, and I love you.
Well, I'll give you this right before you go, because you've got to wake up in 3 hours. I'll leave you with this. Whilst it's 2 hours and 7 minutes for 27, the 201st day of the year. 31 in the life, 40 likes for your 314 for pie. Listen, mate, the beauty, if you're at least you acknowledge it, you're saying you're a piece of crap. I'll tell you something, the people who truly are pieces of crap will never acknowledge that fact. They will never accept that they're pieces of crap. The fact that you're at least acknowledging your errors and saying this says a lot about that you are a good person. The fact that it upsets you that you think you're a piece of crap, because those who truly are a piece of crap don't have any idea they're a piece of crap, because they're too in love with themselves to acknowledge that. So you are not a piece of crap. You're an incredible person. I'm glad you're in my life. If I never meet you face to face, you're in my life. Right? You might not be in my life.
You're an incredible person. I don't know you, bro, but I love
you. Do know me. You do know me. You might not be in my life, but you're always in my lives. They're called lives for a reason. You are in my life, technically. You don't have to see you. I don't have to physically touch you. I can feel your energy. All right.
This should go viral.
Well, it won't.
You can just do an audio clip. You can do an audio clip of it, and you can animate it. You have me be all.
But in a fair and just world, I would have gone viral many times. I'm aware that I never will, and I'm all right with that.
No, I'm just anyways. You know what I mean, dude? You're awesome. You had your live earlier. There was tons of people in there. You rock, dude. And you've been on air almost 24/7, like people were saying.
I don't know. I don't know how I keep coming with this. People don't see me after the live and how I feel like after a marathon. So again, you might see me smiling at the finishing line of a marathon, and then you're not seeing me afterwards at home where my legs are battered and my back's hurting and I'm exhausted and I'm thirsty and I'm not apprehensive. I'm just on edge and can't sleep. So people see me like in my zone. They don't see as soon. If you notice when I am my live stream, I'll lean back and go, I do that. And then I'm out for hours. And then I go for a walk, often by myself, like I will now around midnight. And I speak to God, I speak to myself, and then I do it all again. And I don't plan what I'm going to say tomorrow. I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. And there's something very beautiful about mystery. I don't want to know everything. That's why sometimes I'm happy when I'm wrong. I kind of like that. I like because it lights a fire in me when I'm wrong, and it makes me better. And I learn more when I'm wrong than when I'm right. Because when you're right, you get complacent. When life's too easy, you get complacent and you get bit in the ass. So, bro, the fact I cried recently in a live stream. I'm there with you. There's a lot when you have this knowledge. Very few people in the world that can connect and relate to this knowledge, and it can be frustrating because you and I have an unbelievable gift, and the reality is the majority of people in the world are never gonna get it, and that is frustrating. But I get what I do. I believe in what I do. I believe in what you do. We've got a community. It might not be huge, all right, but we have that, and we need to focus on that and not focus all our energy on everyone who doesn't see the world the way we see it. Let's focus on those who do, and then eventually maybe more people will see what we see without forcing it upon them. That's my mindset now. I don't try and change people's minds anymore. It's their choice. It's their free will. I can give them whatever I want. If they don't want to accept it, don't make them stupid or idiots or ignorant or whatever anymore, like I used to call them when they called me shit. It's like, all right, it's fine. It's fine. I believe my work speaks for itself, and people are ready for it. They'll be ready for it. But I ain't forcing it on anyone anymore. So I love you lots. Get to sleep. And it's amazing I'm telling a guy who I've never met that I love him, but that's the way it is right now. And I'm happy saying that, and I'm comfortable saying that. So much love to you. Make sure you get some sleep. I know I'm in that situation for 2 years, sleeping 3 or 4 hours a day, and it does eventually get to you, and you do break down occasionally. But again, cars sometimes break down, but the majority of the time, you're cruising, aren't you? Sometimes they break down. You got to deal with it. So take care, and anytime you want to go live with me, mate. I'll always do it. I kind of like when you spontaneously call me, though. There's something better about it, because that's the way I live. It's better rather than planning it. Just randomly call like this. Amazing codes. You're inspiring so many people, mate, and you are not a terrible human being. Not even close. So take care. I'll be in touch. I'm going to end my live stream now in like 2 minutes, and I'm going to go for a walk and then drink a glass of water, try my best to sleep. Probably won't, but I'll try. All right. So take care, mate. Thank you for all you do, and I'll speak to you soon.
All right, Jennifer.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
All right, bye.
Wow, that was unexpected. Again, that's what you get with the illusion. That guy is a really good guy, and he doesn't even know it. I think demons are telling him he's a bad guy. It happens to us all. We doubt ourselves. Again, that's the demons at work. Believe in what you do, guys. You ain't perfect, though. Accept that you're going to fail time to time. Accept when you ask the girl out on a date that she might say no. It doesn't make you ugly. All right? Doesn't make you a loser. You just move on. It wasn't meant to be. I can't believe that he cried, but I don't mean that in a negative way, because I cried recently, and I don't cry. I cried on a live talking about my ex-wife and my old life, which I loved everything about my old life, and I gave it all up. And that showed me, wow, Adam, you really have sacrificed. Your old life's gone. Like that song, "Oh, me is dead and gone." Justin Timberlake and T.I., kind of, to an extent. And it does get emotional when it hits you all at one time. And then when the so-called world's against you, like it has been kind of against me, or it feels that way at times, just look at me. What time is it? It's 11:44. Look at me. If I can do that to 6079 and make him feel better about himself and inspire him, that's worth sleepless nights. And I don't know the guy, and I'm not going to make any money from inspiring him. And that's fine. The money will come. You reap what you sow. All of that. So Jenny cried during the live stream. It's a wild time to be alive. It's the most wild and beautiful time to be alive. Can you believe that we're living through revelation? We're here to witness it. Front row seats. It's absolutely incredible. Before 2020, the average person in this life was living a mundane life. They're 9 to 5. They didn't question their realities. They didn't have any appreciation of numbers. Everyone I knew was pretty much an atheist. And now in these 2 years, we've grown so much, we've learned so much has been revealed. We've had hard times, really hard times. It's just like rehab. To come off drugs, you go through rehab. It's hell, I'm sure. But then you eventually leave rehab. It's like any addiction or any tough times. This is tough now. But if you're going to just whinge and moan about how tough it is, you ain't going to get any better. You ain't going to grow, and you're going to be weak, and you're going to get targeted. Satan targets the weak. You can try come for me, but he knows deep down that I'm ready. I'm ready for the battle. He don't want to take on somebody ready for a battle. He wants to take somebody on who's already defeated spiritually. I want to build your spirit up. If I build up your bank balance along the way in these hard times, great. Certainly don't want to decrease it. But I want to build your spirit. I want to build your knowledge. I want to build your love, your respect for people. I want to get you closer to God, whether you like it or not. That's what I want. I'm not going to make that happen. Maybe you're not destined to be. I don't know. But anyway, my throat's going. I can't do any more woos. If you don't mind, why did you give it up for the cause? What? My life? Not my life. I didn't give up my life. Okay, last thing before I go. 2 hours, 16 and 6 times 6 times 6, 43 likes. Jesus died 4-3. 29 and alive, the 10th prime. Why did I give it all up? Why did I leave my beautiful, stunning, intelligent, wealthy, successful wife? Because I felt I couldn't do this journey with her. She told me my work, this was years ago, your work's amazing. Please don't talk to me about it. It's too much. You're consumed by it. And at the time I denied it. I was in denial. I said, no, I'm not. And I was consumed. I became addicted to decoding. And I knew that I wasn't going to stop. I knew I wasn't going to stop. I knew I had a deeper purpose. And I knew that she didn't want me to keep doing it. So I was like, well, okay. So I started questioning, do I still want to be married? Then I was at my job, which I absolutely loved. And then the director sat me down in the office. I'd never got in trouble before, and I was never really in trouble for this. They sat me down and they said, hey, Adam. I was like, hey, what's up? We've had one complaint. I was like, about me? I was so shocked. I never had a complaint. Yeah. There's one parent, she's come across your YouTube channel. I'm like, and they were like, you know what you do, don't you? You know what you talk about. I've watched some of your videos, Adam. I'm like, yeah, and? Well, you do know that our school is a Catholic school, and you keep calling out Pope Francis and the Jesuit order and the Society of Jesus. That's not really a good look for us. So they were like, obviously, we don't want to get rid of you. You're a fantastic teacher. The kids love you. We just want you to get rid of your YouTube channel. Is that good? I said, no. It's when I had about 300 subs, 400 subs. I said, no, I ain't getting rid of it. And they were like, what? Excuse me, Adam? Like, I'm not getting rid of my YouTube channel. I come to this school. I'm an incredible teacher. The kids love me. I teach them English. By the end of the year, they've significantly improved their English level. That's what I do. What I do when I get home and what I talk about is up to me. All right? If they want to believe this and believe that, and I'm hurting the feelings because I'm calling out the Pope, that's their problem. What, Adam? Yeah. So I was like, we have a situation, don't we? Because I'll go. They were like, what? No, don't go. I was like, I'll go. I won't continue doing this. You ain't telling me to get rid of my channel. I ain't changing my opinions. All right? So it went from that. I left my job. They want me back, almost to pay me double. I said no. People calling me out for money. I'd make more money going back to my old way of life. So again, I started learning about the education systems, indoctrination that destroys imagination in general with the curriculum. Not all teachers intentionally do that. Nearly all teachers are incredible people, but the system's broken. So I left that. Then eventually I just knew I had to leave my wife because I knew I had a bigger purpose than just being a good husband and a good teacher and living in a $350,000 house. It didn't mean anything to me anymore. I didn't care for materialism. That started going. And my wife, or ex-wife's incredible. she's still a bit more in the matrix. She's still, and she's not obsessed with money, but she likes a Mercedes, she likes a Rolex watches, she likes all that stuff. And that's her decision, and that's fine. And that doesn't make her a bad person at all. She's an incredible, incredible woman. The most incredible woman I've ever met and likely will ever meet in my life. But I had to leave. And then I went to go live in an apartment, which was basically living in a prison. I had no sunlight coming in. I had awful connection. There was insects all over the place. I went from this ocean view, massive house, hosting parties, huge front and back garden, 2 cars, to living in a hellhole. To have a guy banging next to me every day, working 8-hour days, who was a joiner. And I stayed there. And I learned so much there. My whole life has been easy. I've been gifted with my life. I've been fortunate. This wasn't. It's the first time in my entire life I'd lived alone. I was 33 living alone. Never in my life had I lived alone before. Ever. Paying my own bills, just me. And that's when I was gambling and winning all that money and living off gambling and whatever Patreon was making me. And I was actually making more money doing that than teaching and coaching. So I thought, I've got this. This is easy. And now I realized this is not a way of life. This is not going to help me ascend. And it was my dad that told me that when he said, Adam, are you still winning all that money? I was like, yeah. Are you happy? And he said that question. Are you happy? And my word, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I said, what do you mean? And he did this thing. It was like somewhat like a Good Will Hunting moment. He said, Adam, no, son, but are you happy? I was like, not really, Dad. Then stop gambling. Stop it. I was like, I've got no social life anymore, Dad. I'm turning down dates. I'm not playing sport anymore. I'm winning all this money, but I don't really care about it because I don't know what to do with it. I'm not doing anything with my life in regards to socializing. I'm not into materialism anymore. So with all this money, I don't want to buy a new car or buy a new house and all of that. It's like, Adam, stop gambling. Stop watching these sports. Go out and play them like you used to. Go be your social self. Go date some girls. Go have sex with some different girls. He actually said that to me. All right, you might find that like, oh, you shouldn't do that, but that's what he said. And he said, you can still do what you're doing. You have a website, which seems to be doing all right. Because my dad's not like, I told you when I'd get like 5 goals, that you should have scored 7. But it's all right. Maybe next game you'll get more. I'm like, Dad, I got 5 goals. Yeah. Do you want to go for lunch, son? Yeah, cheers, Dad. So he was always, so he's like, your website's doing all right. You're coding. You're still kind of involved because you want the team to win. And if the bet loses, you don't lose any money. And if it wins, you didn't really care about the money anyway. Maybe people will send you tips. Maybe a Patreon, maybe a website will go. No, not your website. Maybe your site will go. It's like, yeah. My dad's I don't know. I don't want to say the smartest guy in the world, but every time he speaks, it's just wow. But he doesn't speak that often. So when he does speak, you listen. So I gave up my house. No, I'm not even going to say house first. I gave up my wife, why I'm in Mexico, why I gave up my life in LA, which was incredible as a footballer and a coach living in LA, my dream. I gave all that up for my ex-wife, moved to Mexico with her, lived through a hurricane a few months after I came here when we got married. We got married when we'd never lived together properly before. And I came to this country. I didn't speak any Spanish. I couldn't get a job. I didn't have a driving license. It was the hottest summer ever recorded. There was the worst hurricane ever recorded. I didn't have any friends. I didn't have a football team. I wasn't going to the gym. I didn't have anything other than her. And it was hard. It was hard. Then we went back to England 6 months later to try England, and I came back, and I've been here for 8 years. And I built this amazing life, and I gave it all up because of this calling, not because of gematria. Gematria is one element of what I do, this calling. And now I'm living alone, but I'm not lonely. I'm living alone, but I'm not lonely. I'm waking up a lot of people. I'm inspiring a lot of people. Maybe not as fit as I used to be because I was an exceptional athlete. I don't do enough exercise like I used to. So I know I'm rambling on here. I have really given up so much. I give up so much of my time for you guys. I give you so much of my energy. Again, the reality is if I just wanted to sit at home in depth, code by myself, take my own picks, which are about 79, 80%. Since I set up this website, I'd do that and have the money and live a comfortable life living in the nicest area of Mexico. I could do that. I could definitely be living in a nicer apartment if I did that. Although I love the apartment I'm in. I could be living by the beach or whatever. I don't want that. I don't care for that. If I ever got that, I ain't going to complain about it, but I ain't striving for it. So I have followed my passion. My passion at the time was my ex-wife. That didn't make me do anything. My passion drove me to Mexico because of Betsy. This knowledge or God, this passion that I have for truth and revealing deception and helping people. I was always a teacher, always a coach, always wanted to help. All right, I was your prefect at school. I was a prefect, which is an anagram of perfect, but nobody's perfect. So anyway, I'm rambling. I have a lot of respect for you all, and I don't even know who you are, most of you. I would say 90% of this chat, I've never met you. So, yeah, it's not by chance we're all alive and conscious during these times. That's beautiful, Alex. I hope to see you on my website. Drop me an email. If I have time tomorrow, if you do sign up to the website, I'll give you a call for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. I'll decode your numbers for you quickly. All right? But I ain't promising. But I'll look to do it for you, okay? And I'm usually a man of my word. It might not be today. It could be tomorrow. It might not be tomorrow. It could be Saturday. I'll do it for you because I know you have a genuine passion for knowing what your name is, what your date of birth is. I'll do my best to help you in 5 minutes. I won't charge you anything for that. All right. I'm off. I'm off for a walk and it's pitch black. You see that out there? It's pitch black. I'm off for a walk. My leg's hurting me. So have a good night or morning or afternoon. Stay strong. Don't get too overwhelmed by the world. And just make smart decisions, guys. If you know something's causing you pain in your life, then avoid it. Or at least decrease it. And whatever's bringing you joy in your life, increase it and do it more, because usually the things that you get the most joy in are the things you don't do enough. I love dancing. I just don't have enough time to do it. I don't have a dance partner. Then dance in the shower, baby. Dance to the bathroom. Dance whilst you go into your car. Dance. All right. And if you have like a mum, for example, who loves to dance and she's like, come on, dance with me, son. You're like, no, mum, just dance with her. Even if you stand on her toes, dance with her. I want to dance with my mum. I know she loves dancing. I'm going to dance with her. It don't mean we have to be the greatest dancers in the world, although we're both pretty good. We don't have to, we're not getting judged. It's not a talent show. Don't be afraid to look silly sometimes. All right. I know I make myself look silly many times and I'm a pretty smart guy. I don't give a shit. All right. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm talking shit. Or maybe I'm not, but I know I'm rambling. Lots of love. Take care. Speak to you soon. Let's leave. 2 hours 29. That's the 50th prime. Harry Kane got his 50th England goal against Germany. Kobe drafted 50th NBA draft. Take care. Much love. And 6079. Never forget that you truly are a wonderful person. Never forget that. Take care, guys. Thank you very much for everything. I'm off for a walk.